I don't really know whether what I'm going to show you next is hilariously unhinged or sort of sad in a way. Nearly 6 months to the day after losing the November 2020 election to Joe Biden, and really losing by quite a bit, it wasn't close, Donald Trump has appeared at his Mar-a-Lago club in Florida to sort of send himself and his club members off for the summer. Trump apparently is going to be relocating to his New Jersey golf club for the summer. Mar-a-Lago closes soon after Memorial Day, I guess, because it just gets too hot and muggy in Florida. And Trump will head to Jersey. And the goal, as far as we know, is to build some kind of a political operation there. And Donald Trump is supposed to just speak to his club members and say, thank you, have a great summer. He ends up ranting about the supposedly rigged election, claims they're looking at vote counts from all sorts of states. They're not. Nothing is happening anywhere. Of course, Joe Biden has been president now for months, and even the crowd seems unable to get into it. You hear like an occasional cheer, but some aspect of this is really sad. Take a look at it, and then let's discuss.
Let's see what they find. I wouldn't be surprised if they found thousands and thousands and thousands of votes. So we're going to watch that very closely. And after that, you'll watch Pennsylvania and you watch Georgia and you're going to watch Michigan and Wisconsin and you're watching New Hampshire. They found a lot of votes up in New Hampshire just now. You saw that because this was a rigged election. Everybody knows it, and we're going to be watching it very closely. But start off by. You just take a look. It's on closed circuit. I guess it's on all over the place because everyone's talking about yesterday, front page of the New York Times. They didn't want to write it, but that's because they thought they were going to have a negative decision, and the judge gave us a positive decision.
So is this depressing or is it funny? This was once the president of the United States. He messed up everything. He failed miserably on the pandemic. He lost an election as well as losing the House in 2018. Losing the Senate for his party in 2020, losing the White House in 2020. He's now living at a golf club. I'm imagining him going to the buffet and just ranting to anyone who will listen to him about how it was all supposedly rigged. Should we be mad? Should we pity Trump? What's the correct emotion here? One of the things I am starting to think, though, is that Donald Trump might genuinely believe he won in November. This is something we've been wondering for a while. Trump has, of course, been grifting around the election for a long time. I think Donald Trump realized early on in the fiasco he wasn't going to be president for 4 more years as like a practical reality. But he realized he could keep scamming his followers by raising money, by claiming, I'm going to fight with your money, even though he knew he was never going to win. But the question was, does he really believe he won all along? In watching Trump still rant about this 6 months later, he seems to lie uncontrollably, but to believe the lies himself. And what I mean by that is when Trump says, oh, they're finding votes in New Hampshire, we're looking at that closely. We're looking at this closely. I'm leaning more and more towards Trump may actually believe that. So there's this debate. Did Donald Trump know he lost or did he think he won? I think it's actually both. I think Trump knew he lost in the practical sense that he was not going to get 4 more years. But I believe Trump truly believes at this point that it was stolen from him and that he is the rightful winner, that Joe Biden did not legitimately win. So Trump both knew he wouldn't be president and he was scamming his supporters in that sense. But by this time, by Friday at Mar-a-Lago, he's no longer grifting. He has convinced himself that he actually did win. He is now living in a world of fantasy, not unlike what he's lived in for a long time, even as a real estate business guy or as a reality TV show host. And I admit I get some pleasure out of seeing that this is now Donald Trump's existence. But with most of the 75 million people who voted for him still wanting him to be president, if we don't take this seriously, he's now going to Jersey to be close to New York and mount a political operation. He has every intention of playing kingmaker in 2022. If we don't deal with this in a serious way, he could again be president without a doubt, and many of his acolyte suck-ups could get reelected in 2022. Many new Trump suck-ups, Trumpian elected officials, could get elected in 2022. Now, one other thing. A few people were posting this video to Twitter saying this must be from months ago. Like Trump isn't still doing this in May or it was the last day of April when this was actually filmed. I had the same reaction. I thought this must be an old video, like when Trump first went to Mar-a-Lago in January. But no, This is new video of Trump this past Friday talking about how it was rigged and we're looking at vote totals very strongly. Nothing's going on. It's done. And I believe at this point, Trump really does believe it. Really does believe that he won. I don't think it's just a grift at this point in time. Let me know your thoughts about that. At this point, does Donald Trump really believe he won the November 2020 election? Let me know. We'll follow up. One of our sponsors is CuriosityStream, letting my audience try it free for an entire month. CuriosityStream is a streaming service offering thousands of documentaries from some of the world's best filmmakers, including exclusive originals. And CuriosityStream is just like the Netflix for documentaries. It's perfect for anybody who loves politics, history, science, just documentaries in general. I've been watching a ton of CuriosityStream. I can watch on my TV, my phone, my tablet. And one of the first things I noticed about CuriosityStream is that these are high quality documentaries, not the cheap documentaries on many other streaming services. I've noticed CuriosityStream has the biggest and newest titles from the most respected documentary filmmakers. My favorite so far has been What is Reality by David Eagleman. I've read his books and the documentary is fantastic. CuriosityStream is just $2.99 a month or $19.99 for a whole year. But my audience can try it free for a month when you go to curiositystream.com/Pakman and use the promo code Pakman.